Coming up on this episode, I talk about how every day is a new day, but there's also many sides to this idea. So let's get into it. What's going on, beautiful people? This is the Perspective Chasers podcast, and I'm your host, John. On this episode, I want to talk about a new day. Now, this is the idea of every day is a new day in life. And I mean, we've just hit spring, so when's more appropriate time than when nature's telling you about a new day? Everything has that cycle in life. Everything has a beginning and end and so on. And so no matter what you're going through, if you're going through something good, enjoy it because it's going to have an end. If you're going through something bad, accept it and understand that it's going to have an end. Everything has an end, and nature is a massive reminder of that. Every day the sun sets and a new day begins. And it's down to us how we use that time, how we use that, rejuvenation, for lack of a better word, or resurrection in a sense, to do something new. Every day is a new opportunity for you to do something new. And I think we all get stuck in the routine of doing the same thing over and over again, that we convince ourselves that, one, we can't do something new, two, that there's nothing new to do, and three, we're not the people that do those things. But none of those are true. There's so much to life, and every day is an opportunity for you to live life differently, to experience something new, to do something different. So especially if you're unhappy or you're not doing something that you enjoy right now, every day is a new day to start something new, or it's another opportunity to start the beginning of a new story, end the chapter of a bad one. Whatever it is, every day you're given a chance to start over. But we don't seem to give that chance to ourselves. Maybe it's because we're caught in the cycle endlessly and we don't ever think there's an out. We've always got bills to pay and this looming over us and everything else. So we lose sight of the fact that every day is a new opportunity. Every day is a new chance to experience life, to experience yourself, to do something. And that's such a wide spectrum of things. But again, most of us do the same thing day in and day out. And I'm guilty of it too, don't get me wrong, I'm not throwing stones. I'm just pointing it out to help myself and hopefully to help others. Because again, it's one of those things that once we become aware of it, it's far easier to consciously use it to our benefit. Once you're aware that every day isn't just another day, it's a new day, it's a new opportunity, it's a new chance. It's another step closer to where you want to be, but it's also another step through your life. So don't waste the days. Don't dismiss them. And that's the flip side of a new day, is you can start to wish them away because you're chasing progress. And I've been there too. And it might feel great at first when you've got the focus on the end goal and you've got that initial excitement, that kind of honeymoon period of an idea. But after a while, it takes its toll. And you ask yourself why you're wishing those days away, because you've realized that you spent so long looking ahead that you've not enjoyed where you've been for the last 6 months or a year or whatever else it is. So, as with anything, take it with a healthy pinch of salt and understand the moderation. Understand that as much as today is today and tomorrow is a new day, that today doesn't last forever. So enjoy it while it's here. Tomorrow is always going to come. So don't waste the days that you have wishing for the days that are going to come. And again, it's not a perfect equation. I still wish days away. I still have days where I'm like, oh, is it bedtime yet? Or is it this day or is it that day because I have something I want to do on a specific day or whatever else. But I like to think about it in like, if you could just fast forward through those times, how much would you miss? How much of life would you miss out on, and how many opportunities or experiences would go by without you ever really being a part of it, simply because you didn't have the patience to sit in the moment, to enjoy the things that you were going through, not just the things that you were going to. I suppose it comes back to that old kaleidoscope of life thing. It's inwards and outwards at the same time. And that's the kind of biggest thing that I'm starting to, not even starting to realise, but almost re-realising or having to keep reminding myself of, is that as much as I'm working towards a better time and hoping for a better time, and every day is a new opportunity to work for that, my immediate life ain't so bad, and there's a lot to enjoy within that. Don't get me wrong, it's not perfect. There's still stuff that I want to strive for, but there's plenty I can enjoy as well. And I mean, if the sight of spring ain't a big reminder that things start anew and everything changes, then I don't know what is, but it definitely rings true for me, and it helps me to kind of see the grander scheme. I live in the UK, so winter seemed to start to drag for a little bit, and it's good to see the sun again and hear the birds sing and everything else, and it really does give you a more uplifting feeling for the day overall and for life overall. Because again, when you're in those cold times and always wanting for a bit of warmth, this, that and everything else, you start to feel withdrawn, you start to feel to hibernate. So having the sun come out and the weather start to warm up and nature start to come out again, it definitely helps to kind of reinvigorate. And to me, that's something good, and that's something that we should all take a moment to at least acknowledge, because it's easy to lose sight of when you've got your face in your phone and we're constantly surrounded by walls, whether they be concrete walls, metal walls, whatever else. We're always inside some way with a barrier between us and nature. So trying to actually connect and realize the cycle of nature and the cycle of everything around us helps to understand the cycles within ourselves and understand that there is a cycle to things, and sometimes it's more than a day. And often it's more than a day, to be fair. As soon as I said that, I start running through my mind a bunch of different cycles, and some of them run far longer than a day, but every day is a new opportunity to do something new, recharge, recalibrate, and go again. Try not to waste too many days. It's going to happen, don't get me wrong, but try to do your best with what you've got, because that's all of us can do, really. But your best can always get better. It's just a matter of conditioning. So condition yourself to see the cycles. Condition yourself to understand that if you're having a good day, enjoy it, because it's not going to last. If you're having a bad day, accept it and learn from it and take from it what you can, because that's not going to last. Life is always going to be what you make of it. You could have all of the kind of attributes to make an amazing life and still be unhappy, simply because you don't see them for what they are. So take a moment and sit with yourself and understand what you do have. Understand that you have a lot in your life that is far more than material. There's people that look forward to seeing you simply for the fact that you're you. That's valuable. There's people whose day is brightened by your presence. That's valuable. There's people that love and adore you. That's valuable. There's far more in life that brings value than just money. So understand that those things fade. Money fades too. I mean, money cycles, but again, money ain't where the value is. The value is in you. So understand that, and understand that your life is valuable, your life is precious, and so are you. Anyway, I'm going to wrap this episode up on that note. The seed for this episode It's going to be take a minute to sit down and realize how short a day is. There's only 24 hours. You're sleeping 8 or so of them. That leaves 16. If you work 8 hours a day, that leaves 8. If you travel 2 hours a day to and from work or wherever else, that leaves 6. If you're eating for an hour to 2 hours a day, depending on if you're cooking or whatever else, that leaves 4. Like, how much time do you really have for you? So if there's value in scarcity, there should be a massive amount of value in your time. So sit with that for a little bit and think about how valuable your time is. Not just to you, but to those around you as well. And realize you are valuable. All the best, and I'll catch you on the next one.